Coming up on episode 2 of the St. Joseph Mustangs show this summer, the Mustangs opening the season with a win in front of a record-setting crowd of 4,012 people. We'll take a look back on opening night, as well as chasing the Mustangs, how other teams around the league continue to chase now the 3 straight Mink League champions, and Ike Book returns to the Mustangs after dealing with injuries last season.
2022 Mink League champions!
Off the glove of wrestler, one run comes in. Here comes Bodenhausen, and that'll do it. A mission accomplished. The first three-peat in Mink League history belongs to St. Joe.
We came into the summer knowing that we had the potential to do it again, and our first three-peat feels amazing, especially with all the fans here and a crowd of what felt like the whole stadium was packed. It's amazing.
I mean, we don't toot our horn enough about how cool St. Joe is, and so this is just a small glimpse into what St. Joe, the potential of it, what it could be.
And St. Joseph's been known to be a baseball town for a long time. And with the way this team continues to play, perhaps this Mustangs dynasty is just beginning.
I think we're going to go for 4, and so 8-time champion sounds nice until you hear 9.
Welcome back into the St. Joseph Mustangs show, episode number 2 of season 3, exclusively right here on KQ2, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. Chris Rouse joined alongside by Mitchell Ribberall, and hard to believe we're already in week number 2 of the show, but opening day, that's come and gone now, and here we're off to the races at this point.
And what a way to start the season, too. A big statement win after coming back from the 3rd straight Mink League championships. So to start the season off with a win, I think that's a good message this year.
A lot of good things to take away from opening day, the pregame festivities, skydivers, but also there were some fireworks in the game with some guys making some big-time plays for the Mustangs, too.
The unofficial start to the summer. Opening day for the St. Joseph Mustangs at Phil Welch Stadium, and this club taking hold of the hearts of so many in and around town. Winning baseball combined with a family-friendly, fun-filled atmosphere, the Mustangs unlike any other sports offering we have here. Fans, young and old, filed in, setting a new opening night record Wednesday. 4,012 filled up Phil Welch Stadium for some fun and baseball. And after all, it's America's pastime, and the Mustangs give St. Joseph something to believe in during the summer, something to enjoy and also look forward to.
Mitchell, we've talked about the 3 straight Mink League titles for this team and just how good they've been. And it's pretty incredible. They've only been a part of the Mink League since 2009, 8 Mink League titles since then.
That's pretty impressive and pretty dominant.
And you talked to some of the guys about, do they embrace this role? And some of the guys that have been on the 21 team, the 22 team, they're back this year. They're embracing that bullseye on their back and maybe the hatred from other teams from around the league.
I cannot wait to get out here in front of all the fans, and with all the kids out here, I mean, it makes a great time for all the guys. I mean, we feel like we're Major League Baseball players when we come here, and that's what I'm looking most forward to.
The fight for 4 begins Wednesday night as the St. Joseph Mustangs look to keep their Mink League title streak alive and make it 4th straight championships for the 2023 season.
I'm really excited just to get the guys back. These guys are all like my little brothers. You know, we talk all winter, and, you know, the excitement just keeps building as it gets closer, and, you know, it's finally here, and I know the guys are really excited.
It's the evolution, the next step. For us, you know, we want to keep growing and improving, and you know, just like St. Joe keeps growing and getting different, and so we want to continue to adapt.
For many summer collegiate baseball teams, it's a reset every summer with a brand new roster. But the Mustangs bring back a lot of guys from the 2022 championship and the 2021 year, like MVP Ike Book.
It's a place like no other, you know, getting to play here and getting to have, you know, even on the weekdays, you know, you got 2,000, 2,500 fans. It is a very special place to come back here. So
I think we have 15 guys with championship experience in, you know, one team in summer ball, and, you know, that first day, you know, they're going to have all kinds of, you know, team chemistry and, you know, just ready to get after it and try to win another one. And
I came here last year and had a really fun time with all the fans, all the interactions, so I wanted to come back and do that once again.
The Mustangs know they're going to get everyone's best shot. They've won the league 8 times since their start in 2009, so it's a matter of embracing the hate and bullseye on their back.
I think it makes us better. I mean, everyone hates the Mustangs because we're better than they are.
We have been very good the last, couple of years. We've got 3 in a row now, and people kind of want to knock off that top dog. So you just got to embrace the role.
Can the Mustangs win another? They've got a lot of talent on this roster, but time will tell, and the clock starts Wednesday night.
I think that gives us a little fight because we know we're ahead, and with other people chasing us, we can just come out here and do what we do and know that we're going to play well.
Just how dominant have the Mustangs been? They've won 8 titles since 2011, including that 2011 season, also 2012, 2014 and 15, 2017, and of course the last 3 seasons in 2019, 21, and of course 2022.
A lot of Mink League championships. Yep. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we take a look back at one of the teams in high school baseball who had a very successful season.
And for the Ichabod's this spring, he was named to the All-MIAA second team. We'll take a look at Ike Book's journey back to baseball after a few injuries derailed some of his past few seasons.
Welcome back into week 2 of the St. Joe Mustang Show. Mitchell Ribberall, Chris Roush, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. And Chris, you teased it before the break. There's a very popular player on this team.
There's a lot of local guys on the St. Joe Mustangs team again this year, and it's not just because Johnny wanted some local guys. These are some highly competitive, talented guys, and one of them, he was the 2021 MVP for the Mustangs, Ike Book. He was supposed to play here last year. Injuries forced him to sit out, but he's back again this year, ready to prove again just how good he is for the Mustangs.
Once you're really in it, you're out there playing, it's so fun. It's definitely hard to explain, but this place is unlike any other.
One of St. Joseph's own, Lafayette graduate and Washburn Ichabod Ike Book back on the field this summer playing for the hometown Mustangs.
Just like I remember back in 21, and we keep getting more fans. It keeps getting better every year. So heck, it'll probably be better. This place always surprises me in a very good way.
Book, the 2021 Mustangs MVP, missed the 2022 summer season due to injuries.
Out of here!
We were a really good team last year, and Ike was going to be in the middle of our lineup, the whole season, and unfortunately he wasn't able to come play. And I know that was really tough for him because he looks forward to this so much in the summer, and with his family, and even me personally, I've known Ike since he was really little, and he's healthy now.
The former Lafayette standout had a great spring season in his first year with the Ichabods, being named to the second team All-MIAA, led the team with a .394 batting average, a .481 on base percentage, and 3 triples. A good way for Book to get back on the diamond.
There was a lot of a mental aspect of trying to come back and keep coming back when I kept getting injured, but it was a good season. You like to play good, and do things like that, but it was really good to be healthy and get to play some games.
Book returns to the Mustangs this summer with some of his Washburn teammates, Easton Bruce in his first summer in St. Joe, and Trevor McCullum, a second-year player for the Mustangs.
We both had great seasons. Ike killed it last year, so him coming back's a big thing for the Mustangs, and seeing him, I love the guy. Love being around him, and took some time to warm up. He's a little shy guy, but when he comes out of his shell, I love hanging out with him.
The former Mustangs MVP hit 4 home runs and finished with 30 RBI in 2021, and he's back and ready to help lead this team to potentially a 4th straight Mink League title.
People kind of want to knock off that top dog, so you just got to embrace the role. It's definitely a good place to be if people want to knock you off. So you got to be able to embrace it and have some fun with it. So.
For the Ichabods this past spring, he was named to the All-MIAA second team. He played in 45 games, started 43 of those. He led the Washburn Ichabods with a .394 batting average, 4th in the MIAA, and a .481 on base percentage, also good enough for 4th in the MIAA. Book finished with 4 home runs and 41 runs batted in. Well, don't go anywhere here on the St. Joe Mustang Show, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods, because Mustangs are really good on the field, but also they give back quite a bit in the community as well.
And we'll also take a look at not just one high school team, but we'll take a look at a couple, including the Maysville Wolverines and their historic program run.
Well, Mitchell, was quite the high school baseball season for a lot of local and area teams, and the Mustangs always pride themselves on, highlighting and showcasing those because some of those kids may end up playing for the Mustangs one day too.
And we have seen quite of those players, like Braden Lucart coming back, who had a very successful season at Lafayette. But let's just go into a couple of those teams. So the high school baseball season finishing up for all our local area teams this week. The Maysville Wolverines closing out their best season for the baseball program with a 4th place finish at the Class II state tournament. The Wolverines fell in both of their games in the Final Four, but despite the losses, the team never quit, and they battled till the very end. Maysville returns a lot of young talent next year to capitalize on this season, but this year's squad just proud of what they have accomplished.
A lot of teams would love to be in this position, and we just need to work in the offseason to try to get back here next year and do some damage.
It means a lot. We put in a lot of hard work throughout the season, and of course, like you said, it's not what we wanted, but it shows we put in the work and it showed what we've been doing throughout the whole year.
It means the world that we're down here. These boys are working incredibly hard, and for them to make a trip down here as a 4-year program, I'm just proud, and I think they all are too. Definitely not the outcome we wanted, but like I said, the fact that we're here is the important thing.
And in Class 1, Platte Valley improving on last year's finish of 4th place with a 2nd place finish this year at state. Platte Valley finished the season 20-3, and Chris, they included 15 straight wins heading into the state title game. PV, led by a solid group of seniors, took down Gilman City, Green City, and Community in the Class 1 state tournament, but ran into St. Elizabeth, and that's the team who has been in the state title game for 5 straight years. So despite the loss, PV finished a great season with 2nd place and an appearance in the state title game. While they are losing a solid group of seniors, these returners are hungry for the state title.
It means a lot. I mean, we got a lot of young talent coming up, so, hopefully they can just follow in our footsteps and keep on keeping on.
It fuels us a lot. I mean, we all want to be leaders next year just like they were. We're gonna set the tone early, and we're gonna try to finish up here again.
But I think those younger guys are hungry. You've heard about these seniors for a long time, and rightfully so. But I think those underclassmen are going to want to really step in those shoes, step in those roles, and meet the challenge.
And in Class 3 baseball, the Lathrop Mules finished their season in the state quarterfinals, which is the furthest the Mules baseball program has ever made it. This team had an up and down regular season, but pieced it together during playoffs where they won districts while taking out 2 of the top 5 teams in the entire state. The Mules went on a 6-game losing streak heading into that Class 3 District 15 tournament, but once the district tournament started, this team got red hot at the right time, beating Lexington 10-0, Lawson 5-1, and then East Buchanan in the district championship 2-1. Lathrop won their sectional game against Tri-County in a comeback fashion, so just a solid year for the Mules as they look to improve next year and return to the state tournament.
Mitchell, that's not all though. Other district champs from our area include the Plattsburgh Tigers in Class 2 District 15. They made the state last year. This year they went to the sectional round. Another impressive year for the Tigers. While the Maryville Spoofhounds, who beat Savannah 4-2 in a great 10-inning battle in Class 4 District 16, the Spoofhounds made it to the sectional round this season. So, Mitchell, as you can see, a lot of good baseball. My favorite part, I think, about it was how much history was made. You had Maysville, you had Lathrop that had never been this far before, and you got to see just how much they enjoyed the ride, too.
And you could see how special it was to the players, fans, and coaches. I know they obviously wanted to end their season with state championship, but still a top 4 finish is a phenomenal feat that only 4 teams a year can say. So that is a really impressive season for both of those teams. And Lathrop also making headways in their program. It was just a special year for baseball.
Well, don't go anywhere yet here on the St. Joe Mustang Show, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. When we come back, we take a look at the Mustangs helping out in the community as well.
And we will also take a look at our first player exclusive interview of the summer. Stay tuned, the St. Joe Mustang Show right here on KQ2. We'll be right back.
Come on, baby! Down! With the one, baby!
Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs show, exclusively right here on KQ2, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. Chris Roush, Mitchell Riberall. And Mitchell, now that the team's in town, the players have arrived, this is our chance to sit down and actually talk to them and get to know them, because some of them have pretty cool stories and some of them local ties as well.
Yeah, we did this last year for a little bit. We talked to players like Brady Holden, but this year we're bringing it back. And I sat down with Lafayette alum Cole Slabowski, who was on that 2021 championship team, and kind of asked him why he wanted to return to the Mustangs this season. Thanks for joining us, Cole, on this week's episode of the Mustang Show. And you're returning to the Mustangs this summer. Could you talk about kind of why you wanted to come back?
Oh yeah, it's always crazy fun to be here at Phil Welch. I'm lucky enough to play for Johnny, play with a couple of my buddies that I've grew up playing with, play against a lot of other competition that we play against in school ball. And I mean, this is one of the best places to come play in summer ball in the country, so I'm just blessed to be here.
Yeah, and you originally played back in 2021, where you guys also won the Mink League Championship, and now you're going on third straight for the Mustangs, looking for your fourth. So just how excited are you just to be back, hopefully to bring back another championship?
Oh yeah, it's almost like a tradition now, so I'm just trying to not do too much. You know, it's a long season, a lot of games. The goal is always to make it to the championship, and I think we have a good team that can do that this year.
Yeah, what about playing here at Phil Welch do you appreciate and like the most?
Oh yeah, for sure. We actually played our high school games here, so when I was at Lafayette, we played all our games here. It's kind of like our home field almost, so just really lucky to play here, play with some great guys. So
yeah, and I mean, a lot of stuff goes on here at Phil Welch. You got the 4th of July,
yeah,
everything like that. So what's opening day? What's your favorite memory so far you've made here with the Mustangs?
Well, that's a good question. Personally, my favorite was probably the championship in 2021, just winning it here in front of the home crowd. That's probably the one that sticks out the most to me.
And that makes sense. I mean, 3 straight, and you were part of one of them. So being able to be kind of that top dog in the Mink League, just do you think it kind of puts a target on your guys' back to keep it going?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody knows that we're always usually the top dog in the conference, in the league. And we know that when teams come here, we always have a target on our back, and they always want to beat us. So we have to play well every night.
Perfect. Cole, thanks for joining us. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we'll talk to you more this summer,
For
and
sure.
best of luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Down with the 1-7. Down with the 1-7.
Welcome back into the St. Joseph Mustang Show, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. Mitchell Riberall joined by the one and only Chris Roush. And Chris, we're winding things down on episode 2.
That was very nice of you. I'm not for sure what you're trying to play at, but it's probably because you have a vacation coming up. Anyway,
Well, yeah.
We're winding things down here on the St. Joe Mustang Show, like you said, and we talked a lot about on the field. Guys like Ike Book and them chasing another Mink League championship. But away from the field, the Mustangs very active in the community as well, including this week. They teamed up with the United Way and helped out at a local McDonald's.
Hey. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your meal. Thanks for coming today.
Fresh off a win on opening night Wednesday, the St. Joseph Mustangs back at it Thursday. Not on the diamond, though, but by lending a helping hand.
They're not just here to play baseball, they're here to embed themselves in the community. And oftentimes with so many local young men playing on the team, it's really easy to see the value of them in the community.
The Mustangs spending a few hours helping out the North Belt McDonald's, greeting customers, taking orders, making orders, and making sure to deliver great customer service, all to help the United Way's campaign.
I think it's a super important part that all these fans in this community come out and support us every single night. So it's great to have that interaction with members of the community, not necessarily on the baseball field. So coming out here and helping in any way we can is always great for us.
A portion of the sales from the North Belt McDonald's location will benefit the 2023 United Way campaign and its 17 partner agencies. And the Mustangs getting fans in the doors to help it all out.
They've been great interacting with people and just being so approachable to the children or other customers that I think that they do have an appreciation, certainly, for the people who have bothered to come in to see them.
Mustangs played in front of an opening night record crowd of 4,012 fans Wednesday.
So saying hello, signing some autographs, and helping out just seemed like a good way to say thank you to their fans.
Getting out to meet some of these people and the fans, it's been a crazy first week, I think, and just really like being out here and meeting some of the people that are going to come out and support us throughout the year.
So again, the Mustangs do a lot for the community as well. That's one of the things that Johnny Coy, Kai Turner, the former owner too, Dan Gerson, really wanted the Mustangs to be a part of the community too.
And that's one of the things that I found most special coming into St. Joe and watching the Mustangs is how much they care about the community, and it's a special thing to see. And now that week 1 is over, I can't wait to see what they do the rest of the season, and especially in week 2 to kind of see what the games end up like.
Yeah, this will wrap things up on the St. Joe Mustang Show, sponsored by Getz Credit Union and Ventura Foods. And Mitchell, you're heading to the sandy beaches of Oregon.
Yes, we'll try and find a sandy beach.
There are a lot of those up there?
Yeah, I'm sure I could find some, yeah.
Well, you'll be back next week, though,
Yes,
because
week 3 I'll be back.
we scheduled your vacation around the show.
Yes, of course.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Until then, go Mustangs.